All right, New Era Wrestling fans, I'm here someplace I have never been before. I'm sitting in front of this beautiful fireplace so that I can bring you something huge, something that I have promised you guys for a while. It is going to happen today. It's happening right now. That's right. I am giving you an interview that I have been promising you for a while. And you're never going to believe it.
Whoa, wait a minute. I know you're the star of this show, but I believe that I should be on camera.
Listen, you may be half of the tag team champs, but it's still the Max Magius show. But you know what? That's right. Let's get you in here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am interviewing the War Dog, Damian Payne, for all of you right now. That's right. I am doing this for you people because, damn it, I don't want to be here. We know how I feel.
Whoa, wait a minute. Why don't you want to be here?
Just chill out. Let's get into this interview. First off, we're going to ask him some basic questions before we get into the good stuff. How long have you been doing this, Damian?
Oh, jeez, man. I always tell people when you're doing wrestling or any combat sport, not to count how long you've been doing this because it hurts. You know, you just want to do what you enjoy and do it every day that you can do it. So, but I stopped counting roughly about 15 years.
That's right, you heard it here first. He's been doing this for 2,015 years. And who trained you? Was it Jesus himself?
Look, first of all, stop bringing up old stuff. Second of all, I am up there. I'm kind of long in the tooth. I'm up there in age. I will admit that. But I'm still young and spry enough to be doing this. So no, I'm not going to retire anytime soon, dear Max.
You've all seen that dust coming off him in the ring, but you still didn't answer the question. Who trained you?
Let's see. Well, can we all remember the late, great Jesse Williams? He was one that trained me. Bronx was another that trained me. Tommy Boucher, Eric Angel, Elias. I mean, the list kind of goes on, but those are the immediate people that got their hands on me when I first started wrestling here in Colorado.
You know I'm a huge fan of Eric Angel, right?
Yeah, believe me, I know your nose is still pretty brown about Eric Angel there, but go ahead, yeah.
I'm a huge fan of half of Black Ops. The other half, I could do without. What was your first match in the pro wrestling world?
My first match in the pro wrestling world was against one hoodlum. And it was a gauntlet match for hoodlum. And I was the second to last person to take him on. And for that being my first match, I took him through the paces. And I was that close to winning. But, you know, I was young and dumb, green, didn't have my wits about me, and I got a little too overzealous. And, you know, him being a combat veteran, and he came out on top. But that was a blast, though.
Hoodlum is also a better wrestler than Damian Payne. Let me go on record with that.
Opinion.
Fact.
Fact that it's his opinion.
I only tell you people the facts on my show.
Just the fact that it's his opinion.
So my next question is, what was your first title in pro wrestling?
My first title in pro wrestling was in New Era. I was a tag team champion with Sinjin Tiger Smith. You remember that guy?
Stay down, Tiger!
Tiger never stays down. You can never put a good Tiger down. And that was the best Tiger. You had Tiger Woods. You had the Tiger that mauled one of the Siegfried and Roy guys. I can't remember which one. But that's not important because it's just not. But anyway, Tiger Smith was the best Tiger.
You know, hold on just a second, because I still have a bone to pick with Tiger. You did not win that match against Rowdy Knight, all right? He speared you into that pool. You didn't DDT him. That was a Rowdy Knight win.
Opinion.
Do you have any idea how many people you put at risk by still continuing to go out there and showboat at your age?
First of all, at my age, I am still spry. I am still able to do what I do when I do it, how I do it, when I want to do it.
There's a little medication there.
Just to loosen the joints, you know, loosen the bones. You know, you get a little. You gotta be loose. You gotta be ready. This keeps me loose and ready.
Listen, you're not just putting yourself, your opponents, or in this case, your tag partner at risk while you're doing this. Mm-hmm. You put the fans at risk. One mistake and someone in the audience could get landed on.
But out of 15 years, does War Dog have a history of that? That's a negative. So that you're worried about things that don't need to be worried about. I got this. I'm in control.
Yes, but as you get older, the risk increases. All right.
Hogwash.
I have a serious question for you.
All right.
If you could choose who took the tag titles off of you and one of the greatest to ever be in the ring, Eric Angel, any currently active pair of wrestlers or team, who would it be? And no, you do not get to weasel out on this. I want you to answer this question.
Okay, first I want to say that only way that we're going to lose these titles is somebody accidentally gets lucky. Now, with that being said, who would I like to face that could possibly, maybe, potentially get lucky enough to get these titles from us? That'd be, I would say, Delta and his partner. What is his partner's name?
Rayo Plateado.
Rayo Plateado. Believe it or not, I am a fan of theirs. I love watching them work. I think I have a formula to beat what they do, to counter what they do. And, Eric, let's say this. Eric, he's the blueprint. War Dog, I'm the hammer. All right? I go out there. I soften up the opponents. He comes in. He does the final touches, and together we come in and finish everything. That is how we work.
Is that how you see it?
That is how it's done. And we have a battle plan for that.
You know, I've been sitting at commentary like the last 2 months, and before that, I was sitting pretty close to ringside every month. And let me tell you how it looks from my perspective. You guys get out there, you get in the ring, you get beat down by your opponents. Eric gets the hook tag, comes in, cleans house, and you tag back in and steal the pin that he earned you guys.
Once again, that is your opinion. Now, let me tell you the fact of the matter. All right, War Dog is 5'5", 158 pounds. Lost 2 pounds. Trying to stay healthy. It's not the size of the dog in a fight, it's the size of the fight that's in the dog. And I am resilient. All right? I am better than Timex. I could take a licking and keep on ticking and still dish out punishment. That is how we work. Okay? Yes, he comes in. Yes, he does finish up the details. That is what the blueprint does. Me being a hammer, I am softening that nail. I am splitting that wood. I am laying down the work. And when he comes in, he approves of what I did. He finishes up. He tags it in so both of us can put in the finishing touches. Put that last hammer in that coffin. 1, 2, 3. We are still the titles. That's how it works. That's how it's done.
So basically, he just said, yes, I go in, take the beating. Eric comes in and fixes everything, and then boom, we win the match.
There is no fixing about it. He adds to it.
Listen, I want to jump to something a little different. Not in the notes. Not something I discussed with you beforehand. Stickers was a huge fan.
My man Sean.
The reason I'm bringing this up is this is the first time Damien and I have had to sit down and discuss this one-on-one. We've kind of discussed it a little bit behind the scenes. Sean, I want you to know, I know you're watching. I know you're, despite my beliefs being what they are, we love you. This man misses you every day. So do I. The Mafia misses you. I'm sorry it had to go that way for you. You want to say something?
Yeah. Man, Sean, I know we lived hours away, but yet we still talked. We still had that connection. You and the Warriors, man, God bless it. I miss you guys. And when I heard about your passing, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know how to react. I really didn't, because you're so young. You still had so much more to give, and man, I know personally what you were going through, and I was rooting for you, man. I really was rooting for you.
They all were.
Yeah, if you would have called me, I would have drove down to you at 110 miles per hour to be there by your side if you needed anything, man. And that is the God honest War Dog truth, man. And I miss you. Miss you, your girls, your family. Miss you, man. damn, that's all I can really say for right now for that.
I know Damien's beliefs are that one day we
Sean,
will meet
this is
again.
for you, man.
I don't have the same belief system. I do have the hope that one day we will meet again. Rest in peace, my friend. All right, let's get back to our interview. Now, there was some late breaking news that came out yesterday that we're not going to discuss. However, it does mean that one of the tag teams announced for tonight's Fatal 4-Way is not going to be there. Of the remaining 2 tag teams, Sin and Ryzen and the Pillars, who do you think has the best chance? Not saying that they're going to do it, because I know the way your little mind works, but which of those 2 teams do you think has the best chance of beating you and Eric Angel? Remember, we are talking years and years of experience in between both teams. Even though it seems like Sin and Ryzen have only been tagging recently, they have been tag teaming since way back when they were still kids.
Oh God, Sin and Ryzen, their in-ring knowledge, their in-ring experience, their in-ring just craftiness. All right, they're no slouches. We know that. All right, we cannot underestimate them. We have to come up with plan A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, for Sin and Ryzen. The Pillars of Destiny, let's call a duck. They're meatheads. All right, the strongest muscle you have in your body is up here. Their strongest muscles are up here, but they're slow up here. The War Dog and Eric Angel together, the Blueprint and the Hammer, this is going to beat them. I'm not worried about them. Now, Ryzen and Sin, that's going to be the biggest challenge. But I am confident that we're going to come out on top. But they're the biggest challenge.
So you're saying, just I want this on record, he didn't say they're going to beat them. I am not going to put that word in his mouth. That's not what he said. He said the team with the best chance is Sin and Ryzen. And guys, as much as I love the Pillars of Destiny, this is something we agree on. I think Sin and Ryzen have the best chance.
I'm sorry, we agreed?
We agreed on something because Sin and Ryzen, man,
I think hell just froze over.
I have supported Sin and Ryzen since they were still just little kids in this business. Mm-hmm. They are amazing. I will always support them. Hail Ryzen. Shout out to the Colorado Kingpin. Those 2 are just top notch.
They're top notch. But I'll let you in on a little secret. We're still going to keep the titles.
Well, that leads me into something else.
Okay.
Recent events beg the question, what are your feelings towards Adrian Grimm right about now? And you know what? As a follow-up to that and part of it, how's your back?
See, well, why you got to bring up old stuff? Why we got to go there? Why?
This was what? Very recent. Last couple months.
Okay. I'll answer that question. Adrian Grimm. That man unnerves me. All right? Just because when you look into your opponent's eyes, you can see their intent on winning the match. You can see them running through scenarios up here on how they're going to win. But when you look into Adrian Grimm's eyes, all you see is just unbridled evil and hatred and just darkness. And I've been through battles. I've been deployed to Iraq twice. I've been deployed to Afghanistan once. I had a very good military career through the United States, through Europe. I've seen some stuff, but when you look into Adrian's eyes, it's unnerving. But I think with some training, with some therapy, I'll admit the War Dog went through therapy when I had that match against Age, and he did injure me. I'll admit, he almost ended me. Almost. But like I said, I'm resilient. He almost injured me. He almost ended me. But I'm over it. And I think the next time I face Adrian Grimm, it's going to be a different outcome. I'm not going to allow him to unnerve me. I'm not going to allow him to he got in my head. he took me off my game plan. I'll admit that, but that was a mistake. That will never happen again.
You know, you say that now. You say you're not going to let him get into your head. But I'd like to point out something historic that happened years ago in, the big dogs up north, right?
Okay.
Bret Hart always said that he was not going to let Kane's explosions get inside his head, that he was going to be fine when he was standing there in the ring if he ever had to face Kane. And what happened? Kane comes out, sets the explosions off, and the word that Bret Hart mouthed when it happened is not repeatable on my show, even though this is a show for adults. I try to keep the language clean, and yeah, it started with an F. You say it now, but Bret Hart, who was no offense, Bret Hart, who was a far better wrestler than you, couldn't control it. I think whether the outcome is different or not, he's going to get inside your head. It's controlling it from there that you're going to have to learn how to do.
All right, you see, I know what you're doing. You're planting that seed. And that seed is a weed. All right, there's nothing but roses up here. All right, trust me.
You know I've known him longer than you.
That's fine. I don't care.
That
means nothing.
That man is better at the mind games than half the people up in the big leagues could imagine to be.
Look, if he wants the game, I won't mind. That's fine. I'll blank this out. I'll turn it off and just go into combat mode. We can do this. I got this.
Did he just say we can D&D with Adrian Grimm? Because Grimm, if you're in, I'll get a group going. There'll be the three of us. What do you think? No, Eric's way too busy. He's always out of state. We'll find some people. We'll get back to you about that later.
You know what? You know where I live now.
I do.
Bring Grimm here. I dare you. All right, we can have a match in my backyard. I have no problem with that. All right, no, this man, he got me once. Congratulations, Grimm. You got me once.
Listen,
that will not happen again.
Why would I bring Grimm here? Listen, hold on. Let me make something clear, okay?
Okay.
This interview, what I do, it's for those fans sitting around the ringside.
Okay.
Why would I bring Grimm here and deprive them of seeing what's going to happen between the two of you? That defeats the purpose of everything I do. Everything I stand
you
for.
have all this faith in him that he could take me out. He could put me down.
Hold on.
I'm going to prove you wrong.
First
I
off,
love proving people
You're putting
wrong.
words in my mouth. Because I didn't say that he was going to take you down.
All right.
What I said was he will get inside your head. He is that good at it. It's you controlling it from there that is the X factor. Okay? Whether you can control what he does once he gets inside your head or not. That's what I said. I didn't say he was going to beat you. Do I think he can beat you? I do. But that's not what I said. Don't put the words in my mouth until I say
you want to put money on this? I guarantee you, I will lock this down. He will not get in there. You want to put money on it? Come on, you want to put money on it?
You know, fans, I've known Adrian Grimm long enough to know that this is easy money, but I would never, ever take money from the elderly that way. And you want to mark this day down, I did not take advantage of an old man when I could have.
Max, call me old one more again. One more again. I'm knocking all this out. I'm fully mission capable. That's what I am. I am a seasoned vet. That's what I am. I am combat ready. That's what I am.
Okay, Methuselah. Let me ask you a question, though. What does retirement from the wrestling ring look like to you?
Oh, man. If that day ever comes. Man, I don't know if I could leave the business. I could see me as, dare I say, general manager of New Era. I know that would make you. Or maybe I'll join you on the commentary team. Maybe I can be ref. Maybe I could be a ring announcer. I don't know. Or maybe I will lend my expert services to Mr. Wade there and be head of security of New Era. I mean, I can do it. Fully mission capable. You never know. Excuse me, Mr. Powers.
Yeah, there's a GM called Mr. Powers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you brought him up. Because
Okay.
there are fans out there that may not know why I have such an issue with Damian Payne. And this seems like the perfect time to tell all of you why I have this issue.
Oh, God.
Okay?
We're like a dog with a bone
Hold
here.
on just a second.
Okay.
Because the fans may not know. And I think they should know.
Okay, enlighten them. Enlighten them on your opinion, and I'll let you know the facts.
Listen, you all had issues with Alexis Payne and how she did things when she was in charge. But Stephen Powers abuses his authority just as much. Damian Payne lost a loser leaves New Era match clean. There was no malfeasance. Even you have to admit that.
I will gladly admit that.
It was a clean loss, and he stuck to his promise. And what happened? Stephen Powers brought him back the next month. That's not the issue. I would have been okay with that. Overwhelming fan support, I agree. Let's go ahead and bring him back. However, what you do not do is jump him to the front of the line for a title match. That was across the line. That is why I have an issue with these people. You think Alexis Vane was playing favorites and doing shady things? Stephen Powers did exactly that with this man and the title. That's where my problem comes in.
Well, okay. I hear you. But here's what you have to take into consideration, all right? You have to give the fans what they want. They pay the bills. They put money in my pocket. They put money in your pocket. These are the people that we're catering towards. These are the people that we listen to. We heard them, or Mr. Powers heard them. He gave them what they want by reinstating me. Also, what this man is failing to say is that the fans also wanted a rematch because they were thoroughly entertained by that match and they wanted to see a different outcome or the same outcome. I don't know. But me being a War Dog, I was confident that I had an excellent Plan B battle plan for one, Duff Doyle, and I came out on top as the New Era champion thanks to you, the fans. We gave y'all what you want. We heard you yell, scream, speak up, protest, run the streets, sign petitions. Mr. Powers did what you asked. I came out on top. He's a hater.
Wait a minute.
But that's okay.
Did you just say Powers heard what the fans wanted?
Powers heard what the fans wanted.
That man was too busy shoving his face at a buffet to hear what they were saying. He may
that
have read it
man
online.
can multitask pretty well. I've seen him have a fork in one hand, a turkey drum in the other hand, a beer with a straw in it, on the cell phone, and signing babies and kissing hands. Okay? I've seen him do it all in one shot. He can multitask, so therefore he can chew, he can hear, he can sign documents. I'm the champion.
I think he just described a fantasy world. So wait, we talked about what retirement looks for you.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't mention anything about the home life and, getting to relax at home with that lovely woman that's in your life.
Oh, yeah.
You talked about sticking around the wrestling ring, like trying to siphon off from your glory years and live vicariously through everybody else. But what about the time it's going to afford you to spend more time with that lovely woman?
Oh, man, my family gets first and foremost treatment, all right? Wrestling comes once a month here in Colorado. And once that once a month day comes, then the fans get 100% of my attention. Just that one day. And my family understands that because you know what? They're in the seats too. They're in the stands too. Not only cheering me on, cheering on their favorite wrestlers, telling this man to shut the hell up, which they're rightfully, to do because the other fans do it too. And you should probably hear them because it looks like you haven't missed a turkey drum in your life.
No, hold on a second. The New Era fans have not told me to shut up yet.
Oh,
that was a Primos thing.
That's a New Era thing too. And what was that other announcer there that was there before? That the fans used to tell to shut up all the time too. Oh man, what was his name? Because I liberated him because he was stuck in a box. Everybody wanted him out of that box. I took him out of that box. That was back in the Buffalo Rose days.
See, that was before my time with New Era.
Okay.
So.
Well, either way, once again, War Dog, Mr. Powers, New Era, we are of the people. You speak, we listen, we act. This guy, he's the one that doesn't listen. He's in his own fantasy world.
So I guess the real question is, when can we get you to retire? We'll even throw you a big retirement party and everything. Of course, at your age, you likely won't remember the retirement party.
First of all, throw me a party anyway. Second of all, it's looking like I'm not going to retire anytime soon, people.
I'm going to stay on this, and we're going to get that retirement. However, in the meantime, if you haven't already got your tickets, if you haven't already got your toy, tonight, Mile High Comics, Seasons Beatings bring an unwrapped toy. Guys, this is Toys for Tots. Okay? Nothing is more important than bringing that unwrapped toy so that those less fortunate kids can have something to play with.
And remember, people, Toys for Tots. Okay? The children.
Children.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Children.
None of that stuff that you would get for Methuselah. Okay, get the toys for the kids. All right. I want to shout out to Minefields. If you haven't checked them out, you should.
Josh, you're my boy.
Damn right. And check out Blockbuster. Okay, New Era Blockbuster on YouTube.
Is amazing.
If you haven't watched it yet, check it out. It's got highlights from all the past shows, and it is definitely worth your time. I am Max Magius. This is Damian Payne. Do you have anything else you want to say to these fans, Damian?
I am the War Dog, Damian Payne. There may be other War Dogs out there, but I am the War Dog, Damian Payne, your friendly neighborhood attack dog. Keep it rocking, baby. New Era Wrestling, you know where to be.
That's right. Methuselah will be in action tonight at Seasons Beatings. I will be on the commentary table making fun of him as usual.
And I'm sorry.
We will see you tonight.